Have you ever had to start over in a place where you knew no one, where everything felt foreign and uncertain? It's a feeling many of us can relate to, that mix of fear and maybe a tiny spark of hope. Today, let's talk about someone who faced exactly that, a woman from the Bible named Ruth. Her story is a powerful reminder of how loyalty and character can completely change your life. Ruth's story begins with loss. She wasn't from Israel. She was a Moabite. After her husband died, her mother-in-law Naomi decided to return to her hometown of Bethlehem. Naomi urged Ruth to go back to her own family, to her own people. It was the sensible thing to do. But Ruth made a choice that defied all logic. She said to Naomi, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." That is some serious loyalty, right? So Ruth leaves everything she knows behind and travels with Naomi to a land where she is a complete outsider. When they arrive in Bethlehem, they have nothing. Ruth doesn't just sit around and wait for a miracle. She immediately gets to work. She goes to the fields to glean, which means picking up the leftover grain after the harvesters. This was a provision for the poor, but it was backbreaking, humble work. Day in and day out, she worked tirelessly under the hot sun to provide for herself and Naomi. Her consistency and strong work ethic didn't go unnoticed. The owner of the field, a man named Boaz, heard about her. He was told about her incredible loyalty to Naomi and saw her hard work firsthand. He was so impressed by her character that he made sure she was protected, had plenty of food, and was treated with respect. He saw something special in her, not just because she was a hard worker, but because of her integrity and her deep commitment to her family. This is where the story gets really beautiful. Boaz ends up becoming her kinsman redeemer, which is a fancy term for someone who steps in to protect and provide for a family member in need. He marries Ruth, and suddenly, this foreign widow who started with absolutely nothing becomes part of a respected family and a key figure in the lineage of King David and eventually Jesus. The lesson here is so powerful. Ruth didn't have a grand plan. She just focused on being faithful in the small things, day after day. She was loyal when it was hard, she worked diligently when no one was watching, and she trusted God in an unfamiliar land. Her consistency and her character opened doors she could have never imagined. It shows us that who we are when things are tough matters more than we think. So, if you're in a season of starting over, feeling like an outsider, or just trying to be faithful in the daily grind, remember Ruth. Your character is your currency. Your consistency is building something beautiful, even if you can't see it yet. God sees your heart and your hard work, and He can turn your story of loss into a legacy of blessing. Who in your life is starting a new chapter? Tag them in the comments below to encourage them. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.